So this is number 2 in this video series of molding and casting a life-size figure. And something that I failed to mention in the first video was just the importance of making some kind of a visual record of your final piece before you begin. You just want to have a library of images to look at when you start putting some of these pieces back together that we're casting separately. So before I began, I took a number of photos from the final sculpture from all angles, so that I have that reference material to look at when I start putting it back together at the end. So here you see that I've started the rubber process. I put on the first layer of rubber, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about in detail when I work on the main figure. The main figure here I'm keeping wrapped up with cloth and plastic, as I do at the end of each day, just to keep, again, it's water-based clay, so you don't want the thing to dry out. If I'm working on this all day and I'm just working on this little area, you just want to keep the clay moist. So I'm just exposing this area that I'm going to be working on. And you'll also notice after this first layer of rubber, as I was working, I haven't done this before, so I'm not really sure what kind of an effect all this weight will have on these two hanging forms. And so after this first layer of rubber, I just became a little concerned that perhaps as I build up the rubber layer and then the fiberglass mother mold, what that will do to these shapes. So I've cut off a couple of pieces of wood and have supported these areas just as a precaution.